All right, guys, so I have to officially share the official 1 year mark of walking 10,000 steps per day minimum for 365 days or a 1 year, give or take. And so I just want to share that, and I want to share a little bit about what I've learned with it. And if you guys have not started your walking journey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's get that started today. If not, tomorrow maximum. I got a challenge for you, but I want you to wait till the end because I want to talk about the things that I've learned and how much walking has meant to me. It's not even, originally I kind of mocked walking. I used to think this is for the older people. I used to play sports and hey, stop it. Birds going nuts over here. So I used to think that, if you're athletic and you have capabilities walking, you don't need that stuff. You don't need that. And part of it is now that I'm in my 40s, yeah, I do need it. I do, really. But what I've learned is it goes way beyond what I ever imagined it would be. This little thing that I thought was such a weakling thing to do, such a simple thing to do. You got to train harder and do all the cardio and all that stuff. Run sprints, which, by the way, I do agree with in a sense. But what walking gave me was it gave me a sense of dignity and it gave me confidence. And that was not at all expected whatsoever for me. When I first started walking, I had already lost the weight, so I had that going, so that was helpful. But walking, the way I look at walking is it's almost as if it lays a unbelievable low burn foundation to overall health. It's amazing. Now, I want to say, for my weight loss, because I lost 57 pounds, and mostly before I started the walking, when I started actually keeping track, of course, I kept walking, but the keeping track has been just, that's what we're celebrating right now, the 1 year. But it wasn't even about the weight loss. I did all these things for weight loss and weight loss management. Those are top tier reasons. However, the reason I would recommend walking even before getting the nutrition on point, which, by the way, you need to do that right away. I would argue nutrition is more important than the walking as far as the weight loss, but they all go hand in hand in a sense. Again, I'm just a normie, my opinion. But what walking has done for me, and I believe it probably could do it for you also. Can't prove it. You got to do it and then figure out your own journey. But it's like it lays the foundation to get everything rolling. So for instance, let's say today or tomorrow, maximum, come on now, you start on your walking journey. Well, you need other things besides walking. You have the walking, you need to fix your food, you need to do some resistance training. It's a multi thing going on for a full body transformation, which I did. But I believe walking for me has been such a pillar because what it's done for me is it's taking when I was feeling at a very low confidence level. Yes, the weight loss, that whole thing runs in the mix because they all go hand in hand. But walking, what it did was it allowed me to be tested with consistency. So I was doing it, but I wasn't consistent, and I just decided, you know what? I really like Alex Hermosi and the things that he says, especially with business, and personal growth for sure. And he made a comment about doing hard things. And walking in and out of itself, I wouldn't consider difficult. I usually do my steps. I got to do them early in the morning because it gets hot. But I'll do it on the days that I train doing the gym stuff. Now, when I lost the weight, I didn't do the gym stuff, but that's a whole nother story for another time. But it's like when you get started and you create that one layer. Spider, get away, spider. Sorry, spider. You get that one layer foundation and you get that little win. And walking means so much to me, and what Alex Hormozy said about stacking wins, walking did that for me. So maybe walking one day getting 10,000 steps won't do it for you, but it could. You could decide, hey, that was an accomplishment, and I'm proud of that. Nobody can take that from me. Now I'll get 2 days. You got 2 days of things that someone else can't take that away from you. And it's almost like walking was a rock bottom time of my life, that by taking one step at a time, which is ironic, this could really build my confidence, and it's done that. I do think it's also helped my physical aesthetics because I get movement in, and I don't look at it as a high level necessarily cardio or a calorie burn, but sorry about that, the spider. But I do think that the fact that it builds confidence, at least that's the main thing I feel that I got from this, was the confidence of accomplishing something. Yes, I think there's benefits on the other end as well, but I did something because I said I would. I made it a priority, and I accomplished it. And to celebrate the 365 days, an entire year of walking 10,000 steps minimum, I think it was at, around 14,000 average per day. Now, I made it a priority. So one of the reasons I was able to do this is because this was a non-negotiable in my life. Some people have more ability, some people have less, but this taught me that if I set a priority and I set a goal daily, I can hit it. And that's what this year of 365 days straight of 10,000 steps minimum or more, with an average of about 14,000, has taught me. And it's also shown me what to focus on. For instance, everyone has different goals. And again, it's not that the walking in and of itself, hey, I did it one time, that's great. Again, you can decide on what your barrier of entry is. But then you say, well, I did it 7 days in a row. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It's not even about the walking. It's about the consistency and accomplishing something that you said is a priority for you in your life. Could be other things. But I just think walking is like, it's been a life-changing experience for me. And I highly recommend everyone get into it. If you're not, for goodness sakes, you need to start walking. Now, when I talk about the nutrition, how that's important as well, what I mean by that is, why not just start on your walking and then sort that out on the way. Start walking. You got one thing that you can get to, and if you can't get 10,000 steps, and it doesn't have to be 10,000, you decide 10,000 was the one I wanted to shoot for, and you start stacking this. You're like, hey, I got one thing done that I can be proud of. Tomorrow I get it done again. I can be proud of now 2 days in a row. It accumulates. It's incredible. And so I really encourage you to get started if you haven't. Whether you need to lose weight or not, it gives you movement. And especially as you get older, it's really, really helpful. But the confidence that it brings just by accomplishing that, and the overall benefits that we didn't really even get into, about the weight loss and the maintenance and all that, which I do those for that reason as well. But I got surprised by what the confidence part did and how that's built in me of something that I can accomplish daily. It may not be a big thing, but little things stack and they can become big things. And that was really cool. So I encourage you to get started on your walking journey. take the 7-day challenge. I created it. You can find the first link into the description. It should be right there. And start today. If you can't do it today, start minimum tomorrow, okay? But this is something that I think would be really helpful for you. And it's just a way to not only get you to get moving, but it's just a way to kind of get your foot in the door, no pun or pun intended. How about that? Take it one step at a time, pun intended again. And then you just start stacking wins. And who knows, maybe it'll do it for you what it's doing for me, which is giving me the confidence and my dignity when I was at a major low. And it's like, now I get to see that, and you can't take it away from me, because I literally made the conscious effort every single day for 365 days without missing. Not one day. I made at least 10,000 steps, and it's all documented. And I'm really excited about that. And I just hope the same for you. Again, start your 7-day challenge. Down below, it's free. Go through that, and who knows, maybe you'll jump to the 30-day challenge, and then you'll keep on walking, and you're going to stack those wins. Hope that's helpful. See you there.